Okay. So this is gonna be real weird, and I apologize to editing Rylu, in advance. Because I'm sure, like, Schrodinger 4... I'm sure I did go there on screen, and I just, like, fucked up, and I just didn't see it, or something, but... you know. But we'll record 7 and 8, and, I'll just run around on the planet for a little bit. Let's see, so what else about Fallout 4? What else about Fallout 4? I haven't seen what, okay, so I don't know how I feel about creations anymore. I think I was always dubious of them, the idea of having paid mods. Because, like, basically, in my mind, I'm not gonna fucking pay for mods. I mean, like, Bethesda is paying the mod authors, that's good. I don't know if there's any shady shit going on with that. I assume there isn't. I assume there could be, but I assume it's all fine. Like, there's a classic 10mm pistol that, I mean, maybe I would go and buy that, because that actually looks relatively decent. And the one that I have, I don't know if it's properly balanced, I don't know if... Well, the one I have is, like, it looks way bulkier, way bulkier, and, like, it seems like it's a little too overpowered, and all this stuff, and it's like, eh. But, I do, like, that scooter mod that I mentioned, I want that to be a real thing. In a game where, in a Fallout game with vehicles, I want that scooter to be a thing. Real bad. But, it is what it is. Yeah. And they're like, the classic weapon, the classic 10mm pistol that, like, yeah, I would love to see that in an official game. I think that, like, genuinely, I'm not too sure about, like, Final Fantasy, oh my god. I'm not too sure about Fallout 3's weapon balance. It would be interesting to look into, but, like, there are ways to balance things, and I think New Vegas does a pretty good job. I think Fallout New Vegas did a pretty good job. Although I think... I mean, I don't know if there's... I mean, there's sort of a pathway. Do you like pistols? Do you like revolvers? Well, here is, like, an upgrade. You go from, the 9mm to the 10mm to the 12.7. You like the lever action guns? Okay, you go from the cowboy to the trail to the, what is it? What is the 45 one? I can't remember, but you go from little caliber, medium caliber, large caliber. And, even energy weapons, I think it might be more... Like, the DLC fills in for that, but, like, you do have some interesting options. I don't really like a linear progression, but also I don't think it's necessarily just a linear progression. Is there a reason to use a 9mm pistol at the Battle of Hoover Dam? Well, it will do damage, and the ammo is cheaper, so you'll have more of it. I mean, maybe it makes some sense to have a 10mm pistol and a 9mm submachine gun, or something like that. More than a 9mm pistol, but, like, you know what I mean. I would love to see more of just, hey, like, Because, you know, armor just gets higher and higher, like in Fallout 4. I think, anyway. I could be wrong. I should look into that. But it's like... enemy scaling just, like, gets higher and higher, and they do more damage. They do more damage. They do more, They do more damage. They have more armor, you know, is my understanding of it. I think it might just be that they have more HP, and it just becomes, again, just a bullet sponge problem. I would hope that's the case. Oh, I will also say that, like, I'm like super modded out. And like, I have several layers of clothing that all have like ballistic weave, and I'm pretty sure that shouldn't be the reality I'm in. Or I should have like, I should either have the 5 pieces of armor plus, you know, possibly a helmet. 5 pieces of armor, maybe an undersuit, or an outfit that takes everything, and that takes up everything, and that suit that takes up everything, I can armor that up, and it would be the equivalent of having the 5 things, right? So I could either have the modular armor setup, or I could have one thing with ballistic weave on it. I think that should probably be the balance. What I would like to see, honestly, I want the armor. They have the ability to split up each individual armor piece into like left boot and right boot. And I mean, I don't think we need to go that insane, but I would love to see that, where it's like I'm not just scrounging up to try and make an outfit out of this, like, one thing. And I mean, I don't know, having like, oh, this boot gives you +1 luck, and then you have 2 boots, and then you have... Oh my god, I mean, how crazy do you want to go? Like, 2 boots, 2 socks, pair of pants, a shirt, a vest, a jacket... And potentially, like, a shirt, a sleeveless shirt, a sleeveless vest, a sleeveless jacket, and then armor pieces, armor, and then leg armor on top of the jacket, or on top of the pants. Kind of a thing. I don't know how many that was, but just, yeah, that would be insane if you had a +1 for that, all that stuff. They could have a thing where it's like, oh, you'll get a +3 bonus if you have 3 pieces of lucky armor. They could do that. Or something like that, you know? But yeah. I like the idea of just like, hey, you have a raider, while also being able to say, you know, oh, hey, I want to... sorry, I have like 3 thoughts going through my head at the same time. There needs to be like some armor, like, stacking thing where it's like, okay. I have pants, and then I have leg armor, and let's say that the pants are more armored than the leg armor. So, does it stack? No, it picks the highest and then goes with that. So, the pants have an armor of 20, and the individual leg armor has, you know, leg armor, or an armor DT of 10 or something. What I would want to happen is, when I get shot in the leg, I take the damage, or the armor, the active armor is the active armor is the pants. The pants durability goes down, and when the durability goes down, and it's broken, then the legs kick in as active armor. That's what I would want to see in regards to that. The problem is in Fallout 4, like, I have this ridiculous armor stacking thing that I have way more armor than I think was ever intended, and I was playing earlier today and I got one shot by a grenade. You know, which, like, I mean, grenades being instant kills is, I guess, not terrible, but, like, yeah, I mean, it's not even grenades. In, like, some situations, it's like, oh my god, I just died immediately. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, it's a pain. I honestly have no faith that Bethesda would balance a game like that, just because Starfield has the same sort of thing. But I really like the idea of just, like, scrounging for, like, the perfect outfit, and literally just going through the entire wasteland, just trying to find a matching pair of boots or something. I don't know, maybe it's stupid, but, you know. I also like the idea of, you know, potentially, like, okay, I mean, boots, sneakers, 2 different stats. Again, maybe it's a set bonus thing of, like, oh, if you have a pair of sneakers, then you get +1 agility. If you have a pair of boots, you get +1 endurance. Maybe the boots have higher durability. Maybe they have their own damage resistance. You know, that kind of a thing. But, you know, you can still apply ballistic weave to the item or whatever. And, yeah. I think that would be fine. It also sucks because, like, there's ideally, I could go and I could learn how to make mods, and I could make this mod to make my dream game, but, like, there's so many other good mods that I would have to do, like, compatibility patches for, that it would just be, like, such a pain in the ass. And it really sucks, because I really love what they could do with the weapon customization system, but the way they balanced it, just, I hate. Genuinely. Oh, but yeah, I also do like the idea of just being able to balance somewhat, like, having potentially 2 9mm pistols, 2 10mm submachine guns, and just, like, yeah, one of them focuses more on crit chance, the other focuses on raw damage, or, you know, they're wildly balanced in different ways. I think that's a really fun way to do some things, especially just to have some variety and be like, oh, well, these guys have 10mm submachine guns, but they're the SMG-A, whereas I use the SMG-B, but they use the same ammo, so it's, you know, there's some, not a huge logistical nightmare going on there. It's also fun. Until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.